We need to talk. Fallout 4 is a huge game with a massive amount of side quests, faction quests, alternative ways of playing the game, alternative ways of building your character. I mean, there's just a massive amount of variety in there. And like I've said in previous Mod It videos, this is a game that's really designed to be played more than once in order for you to get the kind of full kind of gameplay experience out of it. But there is a problem. Fallout New Vegas had a very open beginning. You were a courier, you didn't really know anything about yourself, and you got shot in the head. Now, go be whoever you want to be. But Fallout 4, you are husband to Nora, you're a military guy, your son's gone missing, and all of the main quest is very much based around, you kind of going after your son. Now, there is some variety, especially kind of later on, but there's always this kind of very, very, very static thrust at the beginning. So for those of you that want to be playing new games all the time, there's always that thing of, have I really got to play through the first half an hour again? How different can I really be if I'm always having to kind of hunt for my son, yada, 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 yada. And back in Skyrim and Fallout 3, but especially Skyrim, there was a number of mods which kind of went under the banners alternate starts or live another life or those kind of things that allowed you to start at another point in the world with another kind of setup and allowed you to kind of just play the game very, very differently, from starting in a different position to picking a new character and taking on the kind of main quests as and when you kind of want it. Now, Fallout 4 is always going to have the quest for Sean, for want of a better phrase, but that doesn't mean you always have to start your character the same way. We can change it, we can be creative with it, and most importantly, we can mod it. We are spoiled for choice, my friends. There are huge amounts of mods on the Fallout Nexus right now. And of course, sometimes those mods repeat. They do very, very similar jobs. And there's now at the moment, as far as I can tell, at least 4 or 5 kind of alternate start mods. And some of them existed before the creation kit and involve kind of clever batch files, and you'd type in a command and then you'd start somewhere else. But now the creation kit is out. We're kind of, as far as I can tell, and it's the 30th of May 2016, dealing with 2 different alternative start mods at the moment. I'm going to look at one today and one tomorrow, because I like to have a look at one mod per video. So it's probably out already by the time you're seeing this, to be honest, but check out the next episode of Mod It and you can see the alternative. So this is Alternate Start by Glacknoff, and this one has been out for I think about a month now, and I actually started looking at it a couple of weeks ago, and it's growing fast, and he's dealing with lots of bugs and problems because this is still fairly new to kind of Fallout 4, and it started off by having a couple of ghoul ones, and I downloaded it at that point and checked it out, and now I come back a couple of weeks later, and we've now got a few more different beginnings as well, and I'll show you them in action. So you install it the usual way through the Fallout Mod Manager. You go to Files, you click the File button, it appears in your Mod Manager. You activate it, you launch the game, and you'll end up, as you would expect, on your main menu. Then, of course, you start a new game, and you can choose whether it's going to be in survival and what particular difficulty it's going to be and all that kind of stuff. And in fact, one of the things I'd really like to do with these alternate start mods is play survival modes almost kind of without the saves, and just kind of pick a random character that starts in a random place and just see how long we last. We might last 30 seconds, we might last, till the end of the game, who knows? But I love the idea of, just role-playing different characters throughout the kind of Commonwealth. Now, the game, with this alternate start mod, you start off kind of here, your wife talks to you, and my character never speaks because on my role plays, I never shut up, so I kind of provide the voice for him, and you pick your face, and as soon as you pick your face, you'll notice, or if you're very, very eagle-eyed, that there's actually a little computer terminal behind way behind my head. So let's just pick a random one. Let's go 3. 1, 2, 3. There's me! Oh, that is actually kind of me. Okay, let's go 4. There's 4. That's me when I was younger. Great. And I'll confirm this is my character. And we'll say thank you very much. And then you walk off right here. And as you can see, in the top left-hand corner, that's all my other mods that I've got installed that are now kind of appearing up there. So you can kind of ignore the little messages that appear in the top left-hand side. So you click into the terminal, and we've got some mum's files and dad's files, which have kind of got some little kind of joke entries. And you come down here and you play the tape. And the idea is that we've got to be looking after Sean all day, and we're kind of now just playing a little computer game to pass the time. And we've got a whole bunch of options. Soul Survivor just takes you back to the default start, but kind of like further in, so you don't have to kind of play through the beginning, which also helps to kind of speed things up. You can be a ghoul. Now the ghoul, I had a look at the ghouls, and there's a weird red neck seam. And I had a look at the posts here, and apparently all ghouls have a weird red neck seam. It's not a feature of this mod; it's a feature of the game, but they do look a little bit weird. But I like coming into here into the miscellaneous tab and kind of grabbing a brand new life. So let's click on Shipwrecked, because that's one of the ones he seems to be the most proud of. I haven't looked at all of these, of course, because there's loads in there. And we can have a look at the little description to see what our character is going to be doing. Having left your homeland in a search for a brighter future by sea, your boat is caught in a heavy storm. Your ship is badly damaged and you lose consciousness. The bright sky wakes you up and you find yourself floating in a piece of torn up metal with only the clothes on your back. You pull yourself together and continue your pursuit. Well, we better look for a brighter start. So you can read it and you can choose whether you like the idea of it. And if you do, let's go for it. So we'll just click Load Protocol. And in we go. This is obviously not going to start the kind of main quest in the same way. The main quest will still be there, but you can more or less kind of choose where you go and what you do. And if you've played an alternate start mod before, then you'll have seen these kind of things. So I guess if I'm going to be up here on a boat, I'm going to be a bit of a kind of a salty dog. So let's make myself. We'll be Lucky Gem, quite perceptive, quite strong, because I've been working on a boat all my life. So let's call myself Sailor Tim. There I am. Not very bright, not very agile, but that don't mean I can't move at all. And let's give myself a bit more endurance and a bit more strength. Whatever, doesn't really matter. In you go, you hit accept, and look, I'm not at the beginning of the game. I am wherever the frick I am, because this is an alternate start mod, and you'll see I've been given a set of appropriate equipment. So this particular one starts with a sniper rifle, a machete, some explosives. I've got a heavy leather piece on. I've got a couple of stim packs, a little bit of food, and then there's a few other bits and bobs here that are related to the mod. There's some retroactive fixes, because I did say this mod author has been trying to deal with a lot of kind of bugs as we kind of go, but it's no longer in beta. Like, this is now a fully functioning mod, which is great. And there's a little piece of paper here that says, what was that? I had a dream last night. I'm wearing a wedding ring. There was a home I've never seen. The grass is plentiful and green, but there was a scream, etc., etc. So there's a piece of paper there which is trying to, how can we explain it? It's trying to explain the kind of Sean obsession without necessarily rubbing it down your throat. And look, we're in the middle of a boat. Alternative start. It's foggy as hell. Where is the land? And I am completely marooned out here. Which is great. It's a wonderful alternative start. You know, you're going to start this and going to go, what am I going to do? What is this? How is this start going to go? Where am I going to go? Which direction am I going to pick? Which faction am I going to join, if any? Am I going to be a lone wanderer? Am I even going to survive? Or am I going to be pressing new game again in about 5 minutes? But I think it's, there's a nice little shark. One that got hit by my crashing boat. But isn't it a brilliant way of enjoying a great game in a completely different way by using the alternate start mods? Let's just do one more. So I'll just skip the introduction bit and I'll join you back again on the terminal. So we grab the terminal again with our brand new random character. And we've also got an option in the play tape. If you really want to have an unexpected beginning, you can hit Random Protocol. And you're in. You don't know what it's gonna be. Now, the disadvantage of using Random Protocol is you can't actually see the background to your character. So I think what I'd probably like to see with the random one is a way of reading the description, maybe on a piece of paper or something when you go in. So who knows who we're gonna be? So we're gonna be Phil, and Phil's just gonna have. I mean, this really is gonna be a random start, and this game is gonna be we're in Corvega, and looking particularly badass, I have to say. So this time you can see we now got a different style of different style of sniper rifle. We've got a switchblade. We're kind of dressed in heavy leathers. And if we now look into the miscellaneous category, we've still got the kind of the what was that sheet, which again kind of links us back to Sean. And my guess is, because we're in Corvega, that this is going to be a raider faction. So we'll probably find, in fact, I know we'll find that, here we go, that these raiders are friendly with us. So you can actually role play being a member of different factions as well, even some of the kind of enemy factions. Now, obviously, you're not going to be able to kind of interact with them in a way that you would with others, and keep watching the kind of bug fixes to see how this kind of thing affects kind of later gameplay. But this really does mean that the alternate start mod just blows wide open all the different things that you can do in the game, which I think is just absolutely brilliant. So if you look down here, we can be a new arrival in Good Neighbor and a member of the Church of Atom, so both ghoul ones. We can become a gunner conscript, a new adventure in the Atom Cats, a Boston Runaway, and you can go in and request more as well. So this is definitely a mod to keep an eye on. It's definitely a mod to kind of play with. And if you come back tomorrow, I'll show you some of the other alternate start mods, and you can kind of see the strengths and weaknesses of each. But this one works really, 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 really well. And like I said before, the mod author is very, very, very active in the posts here. So if you've got any issues with it at all, then do kind of post up here, even if it's just to say thank you, well done, or to click endorse on the mod, which I'd always recommend you do, to say thank you. Now, if you have enjoyed this little preview of Alternate Start, then please do subscribe to the channel and check out my other Moddit videos. And you can check out my current survival roleplay as well. And I will be starting a series of random alternate starts on survival mode and just seeing how long I last. So do follow my channel as well if you'd like to see some more of them and see how those little kind of storylines end up, because I'm looking forward to it and it's going to be fun. You have been an absolutely fantastic, and may all of your alternate starts be truly alternative. Take care. Bye-bye.